Hi guys, I wanted to do a video because I've had so many clients and people on social media reaching out to me for advice right now because breakups are hard enough, okay? They are known as the second most challenging life experience we go through after death of a loved one. So already they are up there on stress, anxiety and worry. And now throw in all the different pressures that are being thrown at us with COVID-19, and that makes it a lot more difficult to cope with because you're not just dealing with a breakup and divorce as the main stress. There's also another really serious stress that we have to consider. So I know a lot of you are really buckling at the moment. I've had so many messages and I know some of you are experiencing panic attacks. Some of you are finding it really hard with all the uncertainty. And I think one of the things that we can do just to dial down those emotions a little bit is just to think about what worrying about things we can't control actually sends us more into panic, okay? And it's focusing our mind on the what ifs and how awful it can be. So I think we have to take our control back on the things that we can. And obviously there's a lot at the moment that we can't control. But if you can start to take control over the things, for example, following the safety precautions, knowing that the experts are out there giving us the best advice. So listening to that and making sure you're following the most up-to-date advice is absolutely key. But don't get stuck into that. I know there's lots of forums and there's loads of other channels and things that are pumping out information too. Select where you're going to get the best advice from and then choose when you hop in and hop out. Because if you're immersing yourself in COVID-19 all day, every day, you know, whilst you need to get the information and the latest updates, you don't need to be immersed in it every day, all day, because that's just going to make things worse. So be selective about where you get your information from and dip in, get the information you need and then get out, okay? Because staying linked into it is just going to re-anchor you and anchor you and anchor you to all those negative emotions and the fear. And what we want to do is keep you steady because you've got other things going on like your breakup and divorce that we need to help you through too. Okay, so be selective about where you get your information from, get the latest information, follow those safety precautions. This is all you taking back control rather than being battered by information left, right and center. Okay, make sure that you get time out for you. Now, I've got a particular client at the moment who is going through a tough time because she was about to split up with her ex. Actually, it's not just one, it's quite a few. And now this coronavirus isolation has meant that they can't separate and they can't move out. So she's really suffering from that. So what can you do if you're living in the same home with someone that you really need space from, okay? And you don't want to be under their feet. It was hard enough before. So you really got to work with the space you've got and create safe spaces for each other in there. So agree that you've got your little areas where you can go to be alone as and when you need it. Because it is important not to be under each other's feet all the time, although I know how difficult that is right now with the current situation. Now, if you're not feeling well, obviously that's going to heighten emotions and it's going to make things very difficult too. So the most important thing is to focus on getting better. The breakup and divorce you can come back to. Your health is the most important thing, so prioritize that where you can. Now, I know that courts are going to be virtual. So some of you I know, and a lot of my clients are going through court cases at the moment. And they're still potentially going to happen. So take your legal advice from your lawyers on that and find out what is happening with the courts so that you know and you're not just dropping things that maybe you need to focus on. And we need to find a way to give you a plan to prioritize so that whilst everything's going on with Corona, we can compartmentalize that as much as we can and then focus on the other things that you need to make decisions on. Now, I know this is hard, okay? I know how difficult it can be, but you've survived tough times in the past. Maybe not on this scale, but it's all been training for now. Okay, we have to look at it like that. We have to look at, you know, all the times where we've got through things where we thought, I just can't get through this. This is too hard. I just can't do it. Well, you can because you're still here. Okay, you might have some scars, okay, but they definitely don't have to define you and you can move on through this. Okay, so we have to dig deep. And to do that, you need a breakup support team around you of people that can support you. Now, that might be virtually. It might be by Zoom or Skype or WhatsApp, video calls, whatever, so that you can connect with those people that love you and give you the good advice that you need to keep you on track. But you do need that, as well as getting your own space in your home. So please, if you are stuck in the marital home and you can't get out and you are finding that challenging, then maybe if you can, I know that not all relationships you can do this, but try to communicate with your ex to the point where you have an understanding, you know, that this is going to be tough. You know, it is going to be tough. There are going to be times where you just want to scream and shout, and come up with some strategies for getting out of that situation. So whether it's you leave the room and you agree that you can both go off to your safe space, maybe someone goes out into the garden, maybe you go upstairs and shut one of the bedroom doors just to give yourself some space. You know, do create space for yourself that is a safe sanctuary for you within the home that's just yours, and personalize it, you know, and just make an agreement if you can that that's your space, you know, and that each other respects that as much as you can. I have another set of clients who are amicably going their own separate ways, but obviously with everything that's going on, it's meant that they can't do that and they can't tell the kids, and they were all ready to do that. I have another client who was going to leave her partner when he went off on holiday, and obviously all holidays are cancelled, so now that isn't happening either. There are so many people going through tough times. I've got clients who are in abusive relationships, and being under the same roof, you know, all the time, 24/7, is very, very challenging for them. So, you know, you are not alone if you're going through tough times. I think that's an important message to know. There are charities still operating. I know my charity, the Dash charity, still has its helpline open for those in the Windsor, Slough and Maidenhead area. But the Women's Aid charities and the local charities are running support. It might be reduced, but they are available. So do reach out if you need it. And just, you know that you're not alone, and do reach out and ask for help if you need it, please. This is going to be a tough time, no doubt about it. Everyone is going to have to make sacrifices. And on top of the worries of a breakup and divorce, or on top of the worries of a difficult relationship, we also have worries about, you know, our jobs. You know, I know a lot of people are losing their jobs right now and not able to earn money, which is impacting them. Not being able to feed our families, not being able to get the food you need. You know, all these things, you know, are difficult. One tip to help you is that helping others, if you're healthy and it's safe to do so, obviously, is actually a really good way to help you. And it dials down your stress and anxiety, because stress and anxiety attacks your immune system and makes you less able and less resilient with this virus. So we really all do need to focus on finding ways to dial that down. Now, one is helping other people if you can, and it's safe to do so, as I said. And if you've got someone elderly or someone that's self-isolating, then do go and offer to help them in any which way you can, or just phone them and chat to them and give them that emotional support, because mental health is going to suffer during this time when people are isolated. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It is going to be affected, but you know, what can we do? If we're consciously aware this is an issue, then we can do things to help. You know, we can be there, we can support each other. I'm running a free webinar on Friday. You can send me your questions and I will answer them live on the webinar. Go to my Facebook page or Instagram and have a look at that. There's a link to click to join that. But, you know, helping other people actually will help dial down your anxiety, as will exercise. Now, I know lots of people think, oh, I don't want to exercise, it's not for me, or it's hard to do in a house. But obviously there's lots of online exercise things you can do. I know that Joe Weeks at 9 a.m. every morning is doing something for the kids, which is super great. And obviously adults can join in too if they want to do that. So that's important. So even if it's just sort of jogging on the spot, 5-star jumps, squats, lunges, walking around the garden, you know, if you can and it's safe to do so, go for a little run somewhere. Great, if that's what the regulations are currently allowing for you. But, you know, just trying to move your body will actually help. So I hope these tips have helped. You know, if you are in a difficult situation living with your partner and it's difficult, then know you're not alone and you can reach out. Do ask questions, do share below. If you've got any tips that are working for you right now that you think might be helpful for other people, then put them below. Reach out and I can do more videos on different topics. Or please do join me for the webinar on Friday. It's at 12:30. So I will be answering your questions live then too. So I hope this has helped. Please stay safe, take the precautions, do what you're being advised to do, because it not only does it protect you and your loved ones, it also protects other people. And sending big love and lots of hugs. I look forward to reading your comments, and I will do as many videos as I can to support. Mwah. Big hugs and love. Bye.